I thought I would make this video to answer all in one go all the inquiries and questions and things that I've been asked over the time. I got the idea from a mate of mine, Bruce, in the USA. Bruce has a YouTube channel called St. Paul Steam. It's well worth, if you haven't subscribed to Bruce's channel, it's well worth subscribing. He is an absolute master at modding Jensens and steam accessories and making things from scratch. So that's St. Paul Steam. Have a search on YouTube for Bruce's channel and subscribe. Okay, so first of all, the basis of these Baker fans is you want these to be spinning as easy as they possibly can. The idea with these is that you're putting a load on steam engines or hit and miss engines or any type of little petrol engine. They'll work really good at. But where the design comes from is that you're not putting you're not making the engine work by any friction here. You're making it work by these paddles hitting the air. So you want the air friction to put the load on the engine. So the faster these turn, the more of a load you're going to be putting on the engine, and they just work great. So I'll do some measurements on this one. The base is 10mm mild steel. I've got rubber stoppers on there. This square timber here is 18mm square. You can see the angles that I've put on there. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. This is a Aussie wood Marantu that I've stained, but any type of hardwood that you can find will be really good to use. Through here is some dowel that's been drilled right through, and then you'll see here I've put a brass pin through there. Now the axle, you can see the axle there and there. The axle is brass, and that's going into two ball bearings that I've mounted into the upright there. When you're making these, do your utmost to get all these as square as possible. You don't want any wobble. You want these to be able to spin as easy as possible. So take your time and do that. My height here is, let me get some measuring tools. My total height there is 130. So the axle's at 130mm high. That's 130mm high for where the axle is. Now remember, that's on a 10mm mild steel plinth, rubber stoppers, and I've got, that was around 18mm I think from a moment ago. The width there between that is 14.5mm. This blade here, this up right here, is 9.5mm. That internal blade there is 7.5mm, and this way it is 6mm. The width of that wood there is 10mm, so that's 10mm square. I've got a brass pulley on here. Now that's got a bevel in it. You can might be able to just see that bevel. So that's for a flat belt. That bevel will make the flat belt run dead center. So the flat belt won't have that tendency to run this way or run this way and run off. It'll find itself on that groove, it'll find itself on that bevel, and it'll run that fine. So if you've got an engine that takes a belt, have this on one end. This side, I've made this on the lathe, and I've put 3 grooves in there for just a round belt. So that round belt will run it on 3 different speeds, and there you go. There's a Baker fan. So these came about, you'll see full size tractors, really large engines running monster size Baker fans. They used to use them to run an engine in, to put the load on the engine, and it would break the engine in. And it also would, advertisers would use them at fairs to show just how much power a new tractor on the market had. So farmers and other people would think it's a good powerful engine and they'd buy it. But once again, I'll put some clips in now so you can see different engines under load from these. You can put a Stirling engine on one of these, you can put a flame gulper, toy steam engines, model steam engines, hit and miss engines, small petrol gas powered engines. Anything at all will take a load, and I think most of you will know that running a model steam engine or a toy steam engine, getting that chuff with the steam engine running under load, that's what you want. That's what you're really looking for. That's the nirvana of running a steam engine. Hearing that chuff of that steam engine under load, and one of these will do it for you. That 10mm steel, mild steel, that's really heavy. So there's really no need to have to mount that down. Most engines will be able to turn that fine. You'll get a lot of wind happening coming out of that, and that won't move. So I hope this goes along and shows you what a Baker fan does, what a Baker fan's capable of, and to be honest, why you want one. So any other questions, don't ever hesitate to privately message me or ask me on YouTube or any of the steam forums that I frequent, and you probably frequent as well, because all steam and engine freaks, or not freaks, I should say hobbyists, but no, I think we are freaks, because we're pretty addicted to our engines and our toys. But there we go, a Baker fan. And right up now, I'll finish off this video with some clips and of different engines under load, as I said, from a Baker fan. Well, I can hear the Centurion working against that. That sounds really impressive. Okay, that should be coming up now. Hopefully, yep. Just let that speed build up. Okay, that's the PM Research glass engine running the Baker fan. Now that's a fairly slow moving Stirling at the moment. I think I might try it this way. I think if I lift up the base back here, that should take the tension off and stop that flywheel. Yep, straight away you can hear that engine. That worked. Straight away you can hear that engine. You can, hopefully the video is picking up just how fast that's spinning now. That's a normal Stirling engine, PMR glass Stirling, the PMR Research glass engine. So I'll drop that back down. Straight away the engine slows down. Now I've really never seen a Stirling engine going that slow and working. It's actually working. It's working to turn that Baker fan. Sounds great. Sounds like an engine under load working. And I reckon that's pretty cool for a Stirling engine. Actually, I reckon that's really cool for a Stirling engine. Okay, I'll try that again. I'll just lift up that base. So take note of that flywheel and how fast that's turning. So as soon as the load goes off from the Baker fan, picking up, that's about the max speed now. You can see how fast that internal piston's going now. Drop it down once more. And you can really see it with that piston here. Honestly, God, how good does that sound for a Stirling engine? Just working away, under load. Taro Stirling engine. I've got it hooked up to the Baker fan. I'm just going to start the... That's how easy it is for even the Stirling engine to run the Baker fan. These are really nice engines, these. Just let that get up to speed, and I'll unhook the belt and we'll see how much of a load the Baker fan's putting on it. Here we go. And there goes the Stirling engine. So I'll see if I can hook this on one hand as on, there we go, holding the camera. And I hope that showed the Baker fan in action, and you feel a bit of a breeze coming off. Yeah, definitely feel the breeze coming off the Baker fan. And I hope that demonstrates the load it puts on. So I'll see if I can slip that off once more. The Stirling engine picks up speed and faster. And I'll just slip that on once again. That works alright. Anyway, this is coming up to steam. Just get this valve completely upright, that's about right, and hopefully this should fire up. And there we go. Came the vertical. Nice engine. Working nicely under a bit of load there. I'll try slipping that drive belt off to show the load that the Baker fan puts on. As soon as I take it off, you'll notice or hopefully notice the engine pick up speed straight away. Well, stop it. Missed it. Okay, try number 2. Love the load these Baker fans put on an engine. pretty slow. I'll just slip that belt off. So it's definitely the I'm trying to do one thing and not get burnt. It's definitely the Baker fan putting that load on the engine, so I'll get it going again. I don't think this leak's helping much either, but it's not losing that much out of there. About 15 degrees, which is not cold by a lot of your standards, but it's pretty cool here today, so it might be catching that steam coming out. Don't often get to see a lot of steam coming out like that in Australia. Okay, I'll slip that drive belt off once more. So you can see the load the Baker fan was putting on, definitely. So running the Baker fan definitely puts this little engine under a load. And I'll just ask you, what do you think sounds better, the engine running like that, under load, or racing with no load? I certainly know what I like. I really like that sound of them running under load. You can turn the steam down and get them to run slow, but you don't get that working chuff like they do when they're just working under load. Back again under load, running the Baker fan. To me that just sounds so great. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed the video that I did for you today, showing you the measurements and explaining a little bit more about the Baker fan and how good they are. And I hope I've made you keen enough to go out to your workshop and build one for yourself. Those shorts that I put up with all the different engines, Stirlings, petrol engines, steam engines, there was a good variety, and slipping the belt off, showing you the engines under load and not under load. You can see the difference. Like, it's not much, it's still fun running an engine not under load, but you can hear that difference. Like, the engine's not just beating itself to death, it's actually doing some work and it's chuffing along. It's not going a million miles an hour, and that's what we're after. And as the video showed, you can turn the steam down, but turning the steam down is definitely not the same as having an engine working under load. So anyway, again, I hope that's helpful. Please don't hesitate to ask if you've got any questions. And I really hope to see some videos soon of people running their engines with one of these simple devices, a Baker fan. Okay, as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.